My friend who just got engaged said if my BF really wanted to marry me, he would have asked me to marry him already, and I can't stop thinking that maybe she's right. So my friend Elise, 29F, just got engaged to Rick, 32M. They've been dating for 2 years and have been engaged for 1 year. So Elise and Rick had their engagement party Sunday afternoon. I was chatting with Elise, looking at her ring, and I'm not going to lie, I felt a bit of envy. Luke and I have talked about marriage, but we haven't even looked at rings yet. He says he wants to marry me though, but I do think it's taking a long time. So I asked Elise what made Rick propose to her, like how it happened. She told me that on their first date, she told him that he had a deadline. I asked what she meant, and she said that she told Rick she wasn't going to wait around 2, 3, 4, or 5 years for a man, any man, not him in particular, to marry her. She said she wants kids with the right guy, but didn't want to have kids without a stable marriage and a house. Well, they have the house, and now we're getting married. Another one of her friends, I'll call her Heidi, said she was shocked it didn't make Rick run for the hills, but Elise wasn't fazed by their reactions. When pressed about her timeline strategy, she defended it calmly. When I mentioned this might scare Luke away, she suggested that perhaps indicated incompatibility after our 3 years together. Her words stung, prompting me to argue that proposals don't guarantee lasting relationships. She remained confident about Rick, acknowledging challenges ahead while emphasizing shared values mattered most. Heidi questioned my defensiveness, leading to an uncomfortable admission about wanting marriage myself before I escaped to the bathroom. During our drive home, Luke dismissed Elise's approach as desperate and crazy, insisting relationships should progress naturally. When pressed about our future, he claimed contentment with our current situation, despite acknowledging Rick had planned proposing just 6 months into dating. His permission for me to browse rings came with restrictions, nothing over $1,500, and no real expectations since he wasn't ready. This contrasted sharply with Rick's approach of finding the perfect ring regardless of cost, saving deliberately to purchase it debt-free. The conversations left me feeling unsettled and questioning everything. 4 days later, after reading numerous comments on my locked thread, I decided to address things directly. To clarify, Rick and Elise will have dated 3.5 years by their wedding, and she never demanded anything. Their relationship simply progressed naturally with mutual understanding. Rick knew it 6 months, but waited appropriately before proposing. My frustration about the ring budget stemmed from Luke's unilateral decision without considering my preferences, unlike our friends who collaborated on such decisions. Rick holds a significant financial position at a major company while Elise works as a guidance counselor, both educated professionals doing well. After careful consideration, I wrote out my desires for our future and presented them to Luke that evening. I expressed wanting serious commitment discussions after 3 years, concerns about my biological timeline, and preference for engagement before house hunting, a standard our engaged friends had followed. His response was hostile, accusing me of cornering him and just wanting a ring. When I clarified wanting alignment on our future, not immediate proposals, he revealed devastating doubts about marrying me specifically. He criticized my lack of ambition compared to his career goals, education pursuits, and self-improvement efforts. My contentment with my secretary position at a psychology practice, despite earning significantly less, disappointed him. He envisioned a working wife, not the stay-at-home mother I'd mentioned wanting to become if financially feasible. The conversation ended with me leaving for a friend's place. His subsequent messages confirmed we wanted different things and should end our relationship. While he quickly removed our relationship status and went out celebrating New Year's Eve, I struggled with feeling like I'd wasted years on someone who never truly saw a future with me. Elise reached out, but I wasn't ready to acknowledge she'd been right all along. I struggled with the weight of that realization for weeks. Eventually, the silence between us became unbearable.